Today we're going to have a look at ABACUS reporting, a powerful way to produce visually appealing reports directly from your ABACUS project. So let's have a look at how it all works. ABACUS Report Builder works with a number of free Microsoft products. The first one is Microsoft Report Builder, which comes with the SQL Server suite of products from Microsoft. This is the tool that you use to design your report. It uses simple drag and drops, and we'll show more of that later. But the report builder produces what's known as a report definition file, a .rdl. This .rdl file is then populated with information from your ABACUS project using a number of dynamically configured proxies, all of the data that you need for the report. The report then opens in Microsoft Report Viewer, which is another free utility from Microsoft that can be used to view any of the reports that are produced. Those reports, of course, though, can be saved to a number of formats including PDF, Excel, or Word. Now let's look at how you design reports using Microsoft Report Builder. Here we've opened the application report. You can see here on the title page that we've used the report name variable, which is the file name. And then, for example, we can put in text boxes with expressions here. If we have a look at this expression, you can see that it's showing the now, or today's date, in a short date format. Then it's simply a case of adding different objects to the report, drag and drop from the ribbon up here. For example, tables, matrices, charts. Here we can do, for example, column charts, pie charts, of course, area charts, range charts. These look like Gantt charts, bubble charts, radar charts, all of the likes. You can do various gauges as well. You can have speedometers here and thermometers, all this sort of stuff. Now on the left here you can see the proxy that's dynamically set up for this report. So that's all of the information that you can then access in this report. And of course it's offline, which allows you to design your report offline. Now let's come down here and look at some of these charts that we've got. So we've got a number of pie charts here. Now these pie charts could be showing aggregate information, and indeed these ones here are showing a summary of the status for the application portfolio, its type, or the application criticalities. Here we've got a stacked bar chart, but it's also showing it across service. So you can do pivot tables within reports as well, all dynamically created. And as we come down through here, you can see more examples of charts. Now this portion here is where we're starting to show an actual image. So this is where you can access the diagrams in an ABACUS project. So in this case, we're going to show the application landscape diagram, which is accessed via a filter. As we come down here further, we can see, for example, bubble charts where we can even size and color the bubbles. And finally, a range chart or a Gantt chart. Again, with an expression here on the objects talking about the different fields that you could have. So in this case, we're going to talk about the interproduction date and then the status value after that. So again, this can be configured as you please. Now let's have a look at wiring all this up. With your ABACUS project open, you simply go into the example reports utility here, which comes shipped with the product. Select the architecture of interest. Now select the report. This browses for the RDL files that you've designed. So in this case, let's choose the application report here. And the application report starts building. All of the different diagrams, all of the different objects that are required are packaged up together and sent across to the ABACUS report builder and then into the Microsoft Report Viewer. Here the application report has loaded in the Microsoft Report Viewer. We can see here, of course, those variables like the application report name, the date have now been filled in. As we page down here, we can see those pie charts we described. For example, the summary status of the application portfolio, their type, their criticality, then the status overlaid against the services, effectively a pivot table shown as a stacked bar chart. If we come down to the next page, more charts that you'd expect, so column charts and stacked charts here. As we go further, here we can see a diagram from the project has been inserted into the report. In this case, the application landscape diagram, showing a heat mapping of the applications. Further on, for example, we've got bubble charts here with the size of the bubbles changing, the color of the bubbles changing. And finally, a Gantt chart here, or a range chart, showing the life cycle for the applications, the interproduction date suffixed by the status here. And here we can see tables in the reports as well, showing the raw data that comes direct from the repository. in this case the list of applications. And here you can also see the colouring of the cells can be done just like in Abacus catalogues, such as the criticality can be coloured red through green. Now these tables, when the reports are saved to either Word or Excel format, fill up as actual tables or cells in Excel, so they can be easily configured in the report themselves as well. And finally, the reports can be saved to various formats, including Excel, PDF, and Word. So go ahead, download the Microsoft Report Builder today and start designing your own reports directly out of Abacus. Thank you.